United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thanks for having me here again this week. Going on to the hospital, strategic planning started this week. We started yesterday, had a couple hour session kind of reviewing the current status of the hospital and where things are, and it was very informative, a lot of good discussion that was had. Today from 11 till noon, if you guys are able to come, you're invited, of course. We're going to be focusing more on the brainstorming side and focusing in on a few items that we want to work towards over the next 2-3 years or so. Things that we've talked about a little bit so far and that we're seeing back from our survey that we sent out are things like cardiac rehab for the hospital. Used to do it once upon a time. It'd be a great place to read back. Evaluating occupational therapy, additional mental health needs, expansion of telemedicine type services, expansion of our swing bed program, just some areas that I think are potential for discussion of us moving forward and working on those things. The hospital week is coming up, May 12th to 16th. We're going to have a lot of fun that week. You're welcome to come out and see what's going on. Each day there's a theme, and be having some fun. And a reminder that we're scheduled to get the keys to the new clinic on June 20th and the ribbon cutting July 2nd from 4 to 6 p.m. So we're going to invite the community to come out and celebrate that with us and walk through the clinic. And also we're doing some renovation of patient rooms inside the hospital as well. So we'd invite the community over to kind of walk through and see those rooms and renovations that we've done there also. So we've invested quite a bit in the recent past of some new equipment and some upgrades and things that we're excited to have and be able to offer to help take care of the community. So we're also working on some new signage for the hospital, and that probably in the next few months you'll see people out there starting to put up, kind of help designate where the main entrance really is now opposed to where it used to be, and to kind of tie it in with the motif of the new clinic as well. So those are all fun things we've got going on. A lot of things happening, just staying busy, and excited to be here and keep going. Do you have any questions for me about anything that's going on?
No, not currently, no.
Okay, all right. We are talking also about the wellness center and updating some equipment down there. So I'll probably come back sometime in the near future and ask you guys about potential use of healthcare sales tax to update some of that equipment. It's kind of open to the community and a community benefit. So we'd like to discuss that option as well. I don't think it'll be too outrageous, but I think some of that equipment's just old enough that it's probably time to update it and look at doing that. So just a heads up that's coming down the road. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you do. Any concerns or? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right, Kendra, do you want to start on any of the new business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you guys have read the minutes, you haven't had a chance?
haven't yet.
Okay, no problem. I did want to have a follow-up discussion on the cost allocation plan, in the interagency agreement with DCF. We had talked about that, Michael had, presented that back on 4/8. And that's with the DCF. I wasn't sure, you guys had said you guys were interested in that. If so, I was just gonna represent them and that way we could get them signed and sent off to Janelle, if that was something you guys were interested in. And then make a motion to enter into the agreements if you guys were interested. So these are the originals. Again, those were just the agreements that he was discussing, the children in need of care pieces. And the information that's needed.
If I remember right, it's about $2,000 that they kick in, and we have to send them, updates on what our costs were, which the county clerk to do.
Do I, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion. Cost allocation plan? Yeah. Agreement with the DCF, I'll second.
Okay. I just wanted to follow up, have a follow-up discussion on the next second INA alert bids. We had talked about last week, we kind of just talked about them and then didn't really discuss them any further. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to table that for a little bit longer. Or if you guys want to discuss that further. I did move your guys' bids forward from last week, so you guys can have them in your packets to relook at them. I wasn't sure what your guys.
I'll look at them again, we'll try to wait for Danny to be back to make a decision on it.
Yeah, I'm something about it a little bit, yeah. So yeah, put that on next one.
Next week, okay? Okay. And then I have the abstract of the commissioner minutes from April 1st and April 8th for you to sign, Jared. And then move back side.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have, the KNRC press release on the prairie chickens, that's just informational only, I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that in your packets. I just thought it was an email we received from the Kansas Natural Resource Coalition, just with some information for you guys. And the only other thing I have is the minutes, so whenever you guys are caught up with accounts payable vouchers and have a minute to read them. That's the only thing I have. Number 6 on the agenda, I do have, Bob and Les are going to present our 10:15, so 12, we moved them up because our 10:15 canceled on us last minute. Moved them up on the agenda this morning.
For that, is that all we have to do? Yes, yes. That's all good.
I'm just trying to get things. Expensive projects. Just cost a little money these days.
Sure.
Okay, guys.
You guys come on in.
All right, let's move here. Morning. Good morning. All right. This is just on for the computers, IT. I talked with Kendra, and we've kind of come up with, something with your approval on it. because with the 911 funds that we can pay, that would leave 18,233.33 left. And we're hoping we, with your approval, get some out of general fund. We can pay probably around 3,200 out from the communications fund. And also, then there's gonna be that monthly fee of $715 a month that we can swing as well. And then there's also gonna be a migration fee that I didn't realize, but they did call me and let me know through Interpol to do the transfer from their system into ours. We'll have to pay that. It's gonna be around $1,000 that we'll cover also. So,
But when we go to county general,
And how much do you need then?
probably, well, I mean, as far as your county general, if we get 15,000,
15,000.
yes.
And that's probably about what the diversion funds going into county general would be. So that would pretty well pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just transferred 15,900 roughly from.
The diversion fund, so that would,
to county general.
that's perfect use for that. Yeah.
So, appreciate it. Other than that, that's all we have.
for night. Get some new computers that way.
We do have another bid coming in also for,
And we talked, we're gonna, unless there's a hurry, we're gonna run it for 2 weeks like we should in the newspaper and everything, so everybody in the county can have a chance to.
okay,
That way everybody's on the same page.
okay. Sounds good. All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Do you
guys.
want us to
Appreciate
get that in the paper if you guys wanna do it? Okay, we're gonna in the paper and I'll face it.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
Have a good one. You said a week's time, you don't have to transfer it after a week, you have a week's time to get it painted, right?
Right, well, yeah, whatever we do, we just gotta make arrangements for inmates to house them out of county. So, yeah.
We have tents. We could do a tent
We
city.
do tent city.
They did that down in Phoenix.
Yeah, I know, I was down there when that, when that was going on.
So,
And that in itself costs money as well. Every
Yeah.
1,000 inmate, each day.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be $40 a day per inmate.
Bush County will help us out on that, so.
Cool.
So we don't have to go very
It needs
far.
to be done in a week. So.
Yeah, it's gotta be done very quick. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Perfect. So we need to get it, we're gonna run it for 2 weeks on Facebook and in the newspaper.
Yeah.
For bids or painting the jail. Okay.
So we posted today, bids need to be in by
Tuesday morning.
6th, May 6th.
Easy enough. Check it out.
Perfect.
So on the base, it would just be the painting itself, right? Because they're getting the painting,
Scraping and painting.
scraping and painting, but we will provide the paint.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it to us. Okay.
You've done all these.
Correct.
Have you done the one?
He's like, that's right.
Well, I don't have to talk to anybody.
Is that 10:30?
Randy Blunt.
Oh, no. I know.
Is there any good rain for the next 6 days?
These,
Good stuff.
they're off, right off, fresh off the press.
motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Thank you.
That wasn't me this time.
I literally do that every time.
I do too. Good job, Kristen.
It smells.
Here I am trying to help you.
You're so. That's so lame. Checks look different from the last. Checks
I don't know.
they look different. Like cloudy or maybe my eyesight's good.
Printer setting.
Maybe it's like, maybe do you tell me? Oh, that might be it. That might be. Man, this is way good. The 14.
Anything else I need to say?
I didn't know if you guys missed that one, I looked at her.
Nope, I got it right there.
This is. If you looked in here, did you get them signed? Was it the other one? The ones up front were all, okay, Nora, can you guys all sign it?
Yeah. I think that's a problem.
I got signed, so.
There's another one here from other company for books, bookwork, something. So, e-books, $60 was another one. Is it the first file?
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Yes, so,
she did some work on books.
yeah, anytime they have to have something to do with it, always have done, that it contains.
Other than that one that, I didn't catch, was there anything else I need to look at on
That's all of them, this is all I'm probably out here, so I
Okay.
think we're good. You dropped it over. was presented like that. So I looked at that. Have a problem seeing them and looking.
Wish we had one format for all of this. Because one department's like this and the others.
Well, if you guys don't think you're gonna need me for the rest of the commissioners meeting, I might excuse myself.
Okay, absolutely. We're just gonna go, cross the street with the Historical Society.
All right.
They should be here, though, that's it.
Yep, just waiting.
And I'll be down next Monday in the afternoon. I'll swing in to get those
Okay,
vouchers
yeah,
signed.
that'd be perfect.
All right. See you guys in a couple.
Thank you.
Okay, sounds good, Michael. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Somebody got a place painted out there.
You like it? We should see the lights at night.
That's
That's
what's
the
this.
sheriff's department.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with those lights. It's cool.
They're saying we got some lights that didn't go off at nighttime, so.
Was the rain coming in?
I believe so, yeah.
Morning, Wayne. How are you, buddy?
Good, how you doing?
Good. I'll be back in a minute.
You Christian?
Yeah. Scared me, I'm scared.
I am scared. I'm late.
Huh?
I'm late.
You were late, I was just texting you.
But you're not a dollar short though, Wayne. I know you.
My phone didn't ring.
Cause
I was
I,
getting ready to.
cause I had, are you on your way, and then you walked there.
Sorry.
You better answer, Wayne.
Just get ready to
You
hit
better
send.
answer.
I got tied up. Seems like it never fails at meeting day to get phone calls, and
For sure.
salesmen.
Absolutely.
There he is.
I know, I'm late. I seen you looking at.
I just.
So. Are we ready?
We're ready, go ahead.
Okay, so we worked a little bit on that football field road. But I was gonna start it last Thursday and I get up there and they gotta track me. So that stopped that day. And then Friday I didn't have any help to do it, so. We ground it up or with the carbide teeth, scratched it up, and then we laid it down, but I was gonna try to haul some stuff on it, but it's kind of soft, and I don't know if I wanna take them trucks on it, but I don't know what the rain's gonna, if we're gonna get rain. Leon said I can still come get some this afternoon, but tomorrow they're moving the oil rig, so they won't be able to load us tomorrow, so. I thought maybe
That'd be pretty, we got it down, then got a ring on it, wouldn't it?
yeah.
How many loads is it gonna take?
Well, we were gonna put that stuff they call inch minus on there, and he didn't have any. But he talked me into putting some 3/8 minus, which is a lot smaller. But he said if we get it good and wet, it'll pack like concrete. And it's half the price. It's $15 a ton, the other stuff was $35 a ton. Wow. But the city's buying the material, we're not buying.
Yeah. Good.
So depending on how thick we put it on, I'm thinking, I told Dennis maybe 6 loads. He said if we kept it under 6 loads, but that was at the higher price.
Oh, okay.
So if it takes more than 6, we can haul more. So we'll probably try to get the holes out. I mean, we're also scratching down here by Mary Quint's from the T intersection north and then east over to Rowdy's. That's really rough and islands. And I'll probably end up dumping some junk millings or whatever that we make out at the landfill. Probably scatter some on that after we get it smoothed up. So, but other than that, everybody's out late. So I got some numbers on that bridge. I was gonna show you guys. Yeah.
The one on the boat creek?
Yeah, the one up there by the old crazy place. And I'll explain. You want to talk to me?
No, I'm good.
So the state estimates that bridge is gonna be 1.2 million. If it stays below 1.2 million, we don't have to pay a dime. If it goes over 1.2 million, that's where that $103,000 price is in there. And Gerald said that if it bids in at like 1.5 million, then the county's gotta pay $300,000 of that bridge. He said that he thinks that number is inflated. They had an estimate maybe at around 1.1 million. He said that one of the bigger costs in this deal is we got to haul the cement from clear up from Phillipsburg. And he said your mileage and everything's gonna be. And I asked him about Norton, he said, well, they don't have a big enough plant. It's gonna be like 400 yards. And
They do bridges all the time.
he said they don't have a big enough plant, and he also said they're really high compared to Phillipsburg. So he thought their estimate was around 1.1, but he said here's another factor is with these tariffs that you don't know what the price of steel is going to be because they're going to bid it in June. Sometime they have to bid it sometime between June and October, and they're probably going to pad their pockets a little bit, the bridge companies, because they're not going to lose. And he said the bad part about that is if it doesn't cost, if the price of steel doesn't go up, they just put that money in their pocket. They don't give it back to you. So
I'd say we'll have to see what it costs before we decide we're gonna do it.
he said you can refuse, like if it's going to be 1.5, he said you can refuse to. So I don't know what we do about a bridge. And the only other thing I talked to him about, I said, because that's a 4-span bridge, and I asked him if he could make it taller, because they've given us that option before. So you make it taller and cut out a span, which would be a little less concrete, probably cheapen it up a little bit. So,
Yeah, see what it bids out at, yeah.
hopefully it stays under that 1.2.
Yes.
That's a big bridge. It's a long bridge.
I was thinking when they first came out with it, it was gonna be like $900,000 or something. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Could he come in and talk to us?
Well, see, this is KDOT's number. That isn't Penco. So I had to meet up there with that one gal who was a representative for KDOT. And I'm sure they've done several studies on it since. The only thing by making it a little bit taller, because it dips down toward that bridge, it might involve a little bit more dirt work. That we're cheap.
So it's gonna take 400 yards of concrete?
At 400, yeah, I think he said 400 yards concrete.
It's a lot of labor they got figured in there.
Yeah. Well, I imagine them bridge builders probably, I don't know what they charge by the hour. I've never ever seen an hourly rate. I've just always seen the max. So. That's about all I got. Oh, one more thing. Doug is gonna bring a grader up tomorrow, if the weather permitted, that we can use for about a week. It's a 2020, it's used. And, I think he said it's only got about 1,000 hours on it, and it's just like new. And then, he wants to come in like the following week, next week, and talk numbers, like finance charges, warranty, if you buy an extra warranty with it, if you buy the used. And he don't have the joysticks that's best there. I guess Caterpillar decided that they needed to get back in the market.
You said the front one was.
I didn't ask him that. I guess we'll find out when they bring it. So, it was one of them on that list that I give you.
That's what I wanted to get the list.
The second one down is a 20. All-wheel drive. I'll bet it's probably that second one. That's only 20 on here. Except that one's got 4,000 hours on it. Still pretty high. That's all I got.
We got to go tour the historic society.
You guys got any complaints? or anything? All righty.
Thank you, Wayne.
See you next week.
All right, ladies are waiting out in the hallway for us.
So, okay.
We'll
We'll go over to the historic society.
Wow.
Check it out.